Hey, welcome to my vlog. I guess that means video blog or something, right? I am going to make this vlog about, a diary of sorts for this alcoholic. I drank for, I don't know, a couple decades, and, these days I am more sober. Well, I'm sober about 3 years now. And, I just wanted to make an anonymous channel where I could just bounce my thoughts of what have been going through. I go to AA meetings, a few times a week at least. It's been all right. I would tell you that I'm happier than ever, but I don't know if that's true, I'm going through a lot of stuff, and it's hard to go through it sober sometimes. Life just starts to happen. I guess I could start off with my story, or a little bit of it, right? Introduction. I grew up in a small town. I'm in it right now, and I'm just kind of videotaping some area of the city. I started drinking when I was about 16, 17, and I would drink anytime I could get my hands on it. Back then it was just, I wasn't drinking that much until a party. We had a party. It was my sister's birthday, and her boyfriend was this gangsta dude, and he invited a bunch of his gangsta friends, and they had 40s and stuff, and man, I liked that gangsta lifestyle. I was into the music, and Eazy-E, and 2 Live Crew, all the good stuff, and I liked that lifestyle. It was intriguing, and I wanted to drink like they did, right? Well, I took my first sip and I hated it. They told me you got to drink through it, and they were right. They were right. I drank through it and was chasing it ever since. I would drink every weekend at that point, only because I had older friends, well, I should say family and cousins, who would hook me up every now and then. So that was cool, right? Well, I thought so back then. As I was going through school, I just remember, I wasn't doing so hot. I used to be a track runner, and I stopped caring about track and winning races and running fast, and just, I couldn't put my finger on it, but I just didn't care anymore. I made it through high school, though. Didn't really know what I was going to do after that. So I went to work. I had started a job in high school, and I just kind of got stuck there while I thought about, I don't know what I was going to do. Tried doing some community college, but I didn't have the focus to really concentrate on anything. All I cared about was partying, So, that's what I did, and I stayed at my parents' for longer than anybody has any business doing that, I guess. I don't know. I only say that because I wasn't doing jack, but just sitting there drinking. Once I hit 21, I was still there, and I was working, and wasn't really doing much for school or nothing, but I was in these relationships and just chasing women, and you can imagine that they all deteriorated, and really my alcoholism had its effect on my entire life. Relationships and work, everything. So of course it ruined everything. I kept drinking. I don't know, I got my DUI like when I was 25 maybe, or 24, something like that. I was gonna go to a strip club with one of my older cousins, and he bailed on me. But man, I still had that craving to go drink really bad, because the thought was already in motion, you know. I was already thinking about it. And you know, once I start thinking about it, I can't stop, but nothing can stop me. I'm gonna go drink. It's an obsession, right? So, you know, I got my DUI that night. Got pulled over. I totaled my car. You know, what I did is I went to the strip club by myself. My cousin wasn't going to go, but I went by myself, and I got wasted. And I drove home. And I just remember taking that turn just ever too slightly late, and spun the car, hit some wall, and, you know, I was without a cell phone at that time, and I sat in my car, and I just didn't know what to do, and I kind of just fell asleep. And the police rolled up and got me, and took me to detox. You know, that didn't get me sober though. I mean, I learned a lot about alcoholism then, because I had to go to classes and sit through all that crap, you know. I had to do community service, which just meant, you know, buying baby clothes and diapers and dropping them off. I was labeled an alcoholic at that point, pretty much. But I couldn't quit. I was more of a closet drinker at that point, because people were frowning on me for my drinking. It was tough. Went to the doctor. I was like, "Doc, I'm gonna stop drinking. Give me some Antabuse, you know." And he told me, "I'm glad you're gonna stop drinking now, because if you keep drinking like this, you'll be dead by the time you're 40." And I remember just thinking, I was like, man, I still got like 15 years left to do this. Awesome, you know. And I just kept drinking. You know, I took the Antabuse for a couple days, and I couldn't shake the drink because I wanted to drink so bad. And of course, one of those guys that drank with the Antabuse and got really sick. I don't recommend it. So that didn't really stop me. I remember going to college late because I thought it was time for me to get my life together. And, you know, I just got dumped by my girlfriend. And I just thought, man, I need to stop partying and doing these relationships and just get my life together. So I went to school, you know. I made it through school, but I was drinking like a maniac still. I tell people the only reason I made it through school was because I went to school for graphic design, and I was pretty much born with a computer in my hand, and I've been doing I've been messing around with graphics and all kinds of stuff on the computer since, I don't know, I was like 9 or 8. But, you know, I went for web design, and I did all right. Got a job. You know, I wasn't the best worker still, though, because I was too focused on like getting out of work and just drinking. So whatever you got out of me was the minimal, you know, the bare minimum. It was not pretty. You know, I got fired from a job, and I found another job, and you know, I'm just drinking through this and hardly learning anything. All I care about is going home and drinking. As long as I have my job so I can pay my rent, so I have somewhere to hide and drink, I'm good. And that lasted me a good while. Like a good, I don't know, 10 years or so, something like that. That's how I did it. You know, around when I hit 30 years old, I started thinking, I really need to quit. Because I don't feel good. The hangovers are killing me. Like, I'm getting withdrawals. I was getting withdrawals like in my 20s. I just didn't know they were withdrawals, you know. I was never a morning drinker, and I suffered because of it, you know. I should have drank something in the morning to get me through that day, but I really didn't. You know, it's okay though. If I was a morning drinker, I'm not sure how I would have gotten through my day anyways, because I never wanted to just have a drink. I wouldn't start if I could only have one. So I don't know, it's interesting to think about, you know. I'll finish that story maybe next time or something. Where am I leaving off here? Working, trying to quit around 30. I think about it. I think it's gonna rain, so I might have to just call this video short. But I guess the real introduction of this video is that I just want to make a diary of an alcoholic, talk about the people I talk with that are alcoholics, addicts, you know, what I'm going through, how I'm responding, stuff about the meetings I attend, what they're saying, questions I have, opinions I got, you know, stuff like that. Nothing too hardcore. Hope you enjoy this video. It's raining, so I'm gonna have to close up shop here. We'll see you next time.